Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So today we're going to use the Moonology manifesting cards. We're going to use Archangel Raphael healing cards, and then the Divine Feminine Oracle cards. So let's move those over there and get shaken. Shake it up. Not much energy is coming through right now, but I am kind of seeing salt, like salt being important. And salt usually is like, it's really good at helping you remove unwanted energy. So cleaning up some past energies. Oh, I got my hair in it. So we have the Rite of Cassia, the patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. Four, I'm hearing. We have Sarah La Kali, Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, which is in love. I like her little heart on her heart. So that one's giving me a little bit of chills actually, and it's very centered and grounding. This, I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. So you've brought yourself back from something that was impossible. I'm hearing impassable. Something that you was like a huge mountain that you didn't think that you could ever cross. It was such a tough journey, but you learned that, like this one says, my prayers create powerful channels of possibility. It was like a mind over whatever kind of situation. So the more and more you thought that you couldn't, the more and more it kept you stuck. But somewhere along the lines, I'm hearing that you learned to love yourself the way that you love other people, right? We always go out and we give love to others and freely, but now you've learned that you deserve just as much as you gave. You learned to love yourself, and in doing so, that's what I'm seeing as like the outsider. It said this one, Queen of the Outsiders. It's like you gave to everyone else, but not yourself. But now you did give to yourself, and that's how you overcame this super impassable mountain. I'm hearing, can't go over it, can't go under it, gotta go through it. What is that? I think that's like a child's nursery rhyme. But the only way through your problems, or to get over something that is impossible, as this one said, is you have to go through it with love. This one I'm hearing 2 and then 1. 2 and then 1. That one. Okay. So no reversals. Okay, so the next one we have is Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. No one, I'm almost seeing you like be happy, and it's like it's going to get taken away from me. And no one can take that away from you, because when you look at this outsider, there's that faith, there's love, but then it's anchored. It's anchored. Nothing could take you from this joy and this happiness. You defeated that huge mountain of not thinking that you were worthy, and because you learned that lesson, I'm seeing outside energies. I'm feeling outside energies never being allowed to disturb your peace again. And so by anchoring that love, by you giving yourself just as much as you give everyone else, that's the real protection. Love is the highest frequency, and it will never pull you out of your bliss. I'm not saying that, I'm seeing it to do with protection. Like, it's like a tidal wave coming at you. And it's like, for some surfers, right, if you don't go with the flow and those kind of things, it's going to wreck you. But in this case, it's like you have this radar when these crummy energies that want to like take advantage or, you know, cause a little bit of destruction, and you know how to ride the wave. So the next one we have is Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. That's what I'm kind of getting. Is like, I keep seeing, like, we'll use the wave. As the wave comes, why? Because the moon controls the water. So let's read the moon one. New moon in Gemini, think it through. That's what I'm seeing, is like the waves and things like that, and the moon controlling it. We're at full moon, and you learning to play and have fun and make songs and games and whatever it is, that whatever mountain or challenge that it was before, you've learned to laugh about it. Laughter is the best medicine. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for reminding me to detach and find the humor and irony within every human drama. And there is. And I think that's what this think it through is like, sometimes you're so enmeshed in the situation that you can't see the humor in it, but life is funny. I've often loved trickster energy. I know, I don't know, that's why I like the red fox or whatever, because he's the trickster. He gives me trickster energy. But what has he taught me? He's taught me not to be so serious, because when you are so serious and you take everything as like, I'm hearing Henny Penny, like the world is falling, the world is falling. Well, it's not, but there are some crummy things that happen. But when you understand that down the road, maybe you don't have all the puzzle pieces right now, but when you do have all the puzzle pieces, that this moment in time, if you're such a worrywart, you'll just regret not having fun in the moment, that it wasn't as serious as it was. I think some situations, you know when to be serious, right? We can't just laugh and play and avoid all our responsibilities. But what it's trying to say is that you could do your responsibilities in a lighthearted manner. Because the more and more that we see things as super stressful, that's when we cause problems in our body and then our mind. And then as this one said, think it through. We get stuck in those negative loops, and then we bring in more negative and more negative. We're viewing this situation with dagger eyes. And what are we going to do? We're going to bring more reasons to bring out our daggers. Whereas if we could just at least have that love that's anchored in the heart, there's some, like this one, it will be from the heart, but the heart isn't wishy-washy. It's not gonna pretend to be super happy when it's not. I'm seeing like some poems or songs that are like talking about the tragedy or something of it, and it's saying like laughter is the best medicine, song and dance and poems. It's like taking that heavy energy and still making movement out of it. Don't let it solidify and pull you down. So now with this anchor, I'm seeing like that energy in the heart. I'm being drawn to her heart. She has her hand there. Lightening the load. it's almost like when you have a negative mindset, it like cements your heart, and that heart sinks down so low, and then you'll just be in a density or frequency, and then where you don't want to be, and then it becomes almost like a pity party, or oh, here we go again, like 2024 is not my year. But every year is your year, and it's just how you take those moments and you grow from them, because nobody's journey goes straight up. Like, everyone has a challenge. So the one card we haven't tapped into is diet is important here. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to make positive eating and drinking choices, and for reducing or eliminating my cravings for unhealthy substances. Well, you are what you eat, 100%. All that energy in life becomes your life and your energy. So it is important to listen to your body, I'm hearing. Because maybe you might think you're eating healthy, but maybe your body doesn't want that thing. Because I'm seeing them have like so much fresh fruit and vegetables. And and like someone, I'm being drawn, I don't know. But maybe when you eat something, maybe there's a fruit that just doesn't agree with you. If you are in a lower vibration, it's like you're not really connected to your body. And it's needing to like lighten up and be present and anchored. So obviously if you eat unhealthy food, my voice is scratchy. Hold up. Yeah, so if you keep eating unhealthy food, right, you're going to kind of get into negative loops and patterns and things like that. If you eat things that don't make you feel good, you're like, oh, I'm tired all the time. Why are you tired all the time? Well, you're not getting the life force from your food. But what I'm picking up is diet is important. That I'm seeing someone diet and they're being very strict on themselves. And it's saying like, you need to give that same love and grace that you would to other people. It's almost becoming like this strict regimen where it's not fun anymore. And they're saying laughter is the best medicine. But the main thing is like whatever the strict regimen is, one of the things or something of it, it doesn't make you feel good. It's not because it's so strict, but it's like actually whatever you're taking in, your body's just like, ooh, this hurts. So they're saying, think about it. Diet is important. You are supposed to have that, but if you're supposed to do it fun, laughter with like poetry. Life is magical, and life is this beautiful song, an amazing poem / whatever art you're into. It's a beautiful painting, whatever. And so at the beginning, it was saying you already went through the impossible. It's like you can't go over the mountain or under the mountain. That's what I'm seeing with like diet. It's like you got to go through it. So what about that, spirit? But I'm not getting. I'm hearing cheese, please. And like, when you smile, I'm like, I don't know. Either that might be something that's hurting you, or that's something that you just really deny yourself. And, by putting a little bit of that on whatever you're eating makes it more enjoyable. I know my TCM friends will be like, they don't do dairy and all those things, but I don't know, don't be so harsh on yourself. The world's already harsh. There are harsh conditions, but that's also a mindset. So the next card we have is release control, which that was just talking about. Don't be so strict on yourself, whatever it is that you're doing. Like here he's meditating and it's like, I've got to do all these things, and these things are good for you, but if it's not fun, it's not good for you. It then becomes a chore or a burden or something, and then that will bring your vibration down rather than empower the vibration. So what are these 4 ladies trying to tell me here? I'm hearing music. there's a need to bring in more music. Mostly like I'm hearing string music. It's almost like a harp I'm hearing right now. And I'm hearing it like each pluck like kind of like awakens the heart or something like that. Something to do with love. If you don't love what you're doing, obviously, you know, if you're like training for something, you know that you have to like get through that resistance. But what this situation I'm picking up is like someone has already kind of had that moment where they've gone through the wall of resistance, right? And you had all those endorphins or whatever. And now it's like, well, if I do that again, I will get the same results. But now it's saying to just have fun and be a bit more lighter on yourself. That worked in the past. It's not going to work this time. Don't be so hard on yourself. It says, I have arrived. Like you've already gone through that barrier and now you're supposed to enjoy life. You are. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. Is your heart in it? Is your heart in it anymore? Or do you find yourself doing things that don't make you happy and your heart is like checked out? And now that your heart's checked out, your mind is like calculations and that's not fair and this and like something to think about. As this one said, think about it. Release control. The waves are gonna come in the right time and just go with the flow. There's good days, there's bad days, and there's just, I see someone being stuck in a whirlwind or a whirlpool or something. And they think they're, you know, just keep swimming, but it's like, just go with the flow a bit. It says, back to this one, the patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. The prayers, if you look at her, as I said, the other one, it seems like the heart is checked out. The heart's not enjoying it anymore, but the mind takes control. But if you can clear the mind, if you can just allow the mind to witness, but still bring in the heart, you still need both. You can't just take away one without the other, right? Now I'm being drawn to the protection, and it brought a triangle, which is strength. And this is kind of a triangle here. It's just saying, whatever it is that you think you're not supposed to do, it's okay to do it. Now I'm not going to say, like, if it's going to go against laws, especially spiritual laws and Matt, but what I get in this situation is that this is someone trying to control things, and they have a way that their life is supposed to be. And these don't have anything to do with spiritual laws. It's just like, I need to wake up at this time and I need to do this at this time and then it's just like, and if you don't do it, it mentally hurts more than it brings empowerment. Is there still time for fun and playing and laughing, and are you being as nice to yourself? I'm seeing this almost be like a trainer or someone who like makes plans for people, and they expect these people to follow these plans, and because they do. But when someone that they're training or coaching or whatever, parenting, doesn't follow through, they're like, it's okay, right? You know, we'll try again tomorrow, right? Don't be so hard on yourself. But when they don't listen to that advice, it's just like, why would you do that? You know better. And it's just saying, have fun. Really, have fun. Make a game out of it. Don't make it be so, I'm just seeing boring. And when I see boring, I see, don't be so, I'm seeing adults, right? Adults and work and children start off as like the fool and the fool's journey. And they grow at such a huge level and expand, but they do it in such a fun way. And it's like, how can we bring that fun inner child energy to this? Sing and song and dance and play. So I'm being told to bring one more of these, and then we can just wrap it up. Just saying, work through it. And the only way to work through it is to go with the flow. We got new moon in Taurus. And so Tauruses tend to be like controlling, right? They're very strong bulls, but it says know your worth. And Tauruses do know their worth. I want to pull one more. And then we got new moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. If you miss one day, if you add cheese to whatever it is that you're not eating, if you're, I don't know, you skip leg day, it's not going to undo everything that you went through. Because if you're not enjoying it anymore, you're not going to see the results like you were at the beginning. And I think that's the thing that I'm seeing mostly with the know your worth is like knowing that you're good enough at the moment that you are now, and that there's not much more to build or train or create, whatever it is that you're working through. Actually, I want one more Raphael too. Raphael, wrap this up. It says, listen to your intuitive feelings. It says, dear higher self, thank you for speaking loudly and clearly in peaceful ways that I easily understand. Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to listen to my inner wisdom. And that's it. It's like that inner critic can't be rude. It's like, oh, why did you do that? You know better, blah, blah, blah. Scolding, I don't like you, blah, blah, blah. And then this one said, I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. Be nice to yourself, right? Hold that space for what you do to others, to yourself. That is a magical unicorn. That's just like inner child. It's just like, actually the unicorn comes in a lot to help us with our aura. But mostly it says, thank you for speaking clearly in peaceful ways. You can get exactly the same message, you know, oh, maybe you are, especially that one said diet's important. Maybe you have been eating unhealthy and you do need a little like, hey, shape up. But it's all about tone and the way that you tell yourself. And it's like, hey, maybe we can try adding this and then add this, or, you know, in a nice way. That inner critic needs to speak with love, because you're the most important person in your life, and you always will be. And so there's that card back to, did I put them away? Why would I do that? You need to release control and think it through, because you need to trust all will be well and know your worth. You are worthy of receiving the same respect and love that you give to everyone else. And I don't think that I feel like you kind of already are. At the beginning, I got the vibe of that. And maybe this is just confirmation. And if you haven't been nice to yourself, it's just saying, you're worth it. Be nice. It's whatever this is, I don't think that it's going to be that hard of a transition. I think it's just a reminder, because we can get so hard on ourselves. So we'll leave it there. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.